Hello, my dear friends, and welcome to Divine Debut. This is Kathy speaking. Thank you for joining me here today, the 19th of March of 2022. I hope that you are all doing well. We've just passed the full moon in Virgo. Okay, and the sun, well, the moon, I should say, has ingressed into Libra. So Libra, we know, is all about balance, right? It's a Venusian-ruled sign. So where there's been no value, no happiness, no balance, no justice, we're looking at our emotional lives, our anything pertaining to injustices, and our subconscious. The moon also rules the home where there's been no balance, equality, fairness. We're looking at trying to find balance. We're looking to see what we can do moving forward to come into balance. The sun is at the 29th degree of Pisces. Some of us are not trusting our intuition. Okay, the High Priestess that fell in the reverse says that someone is not paying attention. It's like your intuition is knocking at the door for you, but you're not listening. And there's a lot of confusion. Okay, some of you may feel as though you've sacrificed a lot. You're hoping to see if there's been any deception. Many of us could be on the way to a spiritual awareness, the ability to create something spiritual. It could be anything. It could be we're going through a spiritual awakening. Some of us could be just having a very strong awareness, coming into understanding that we are not only on this 3D plane, but we're also connected to the above, to magic, to the divine. The High Priestess can also speak to if you're watching this reading for a love relationship, the High Priestess could also speak to a third person, someone who is spiritually inclined, but also this could also be that someone is not aware, or they're becoming aware that they're connected to someone spiritually. So a divine union as well. Let's put her back in. So, my dear friends, love is not easy. Next week, we've got Venus and Mars coming up to Saturn, right? There's a very cold energy. There's blockages ahead of us. We're needing to mature, to grow, to find intelligent ways. Venus and Mars are in Aquarius. So is Saturn. So they're coming up. Venus and Mars are going to square over also to Uranus. So there'll be sudden revelations. It can be surprises with Venus squaring over to Uranus in Taurus. Okay, this is actually happening now. So this is an awareness pertaining to money, anything that we value, anything that is important for us. Right, Venus, that's what Venus is. So Mars is still not there exactly. It is happening. I want you to take care. Mars squaring over to Uranus can be quite challenging. It can be dangerous as well. Get your foot off the pedal. Be careful using sharp objects. Be careful how you speak, how you try and move forward. Do not rush. Take your time. Okay, use that intelligent mind, which is Uranus. And if you're up against something that is quite challenging and could be dangerous, take a step back. It could be also anything electrical. Do not take risks. Okay, Mars is fire, Uranus is electricity, it's stress, anxiety. Okay, do not freak out. We could be having tower moments, but take it slowly, take it a step at a time, dear friends. So let's see Let's see what the energies are that are playing out. What is the karma dharma that we are dealing with? The sun is at the just passed over the 28th degree of Pisces. Happy birthday if it's your birthday. You know, the sun is on a very important degree. It's where Venus is very, very strong. So those of you that have your birthday, you've had your birthday yesterday or today, wow, I mean, very, very strong Venus energies. And happy birthday if it is your birthday. Okay, Mercury in Pisces is confused. He's coming up to Jupiter. He's trying to make sense of things. So there's a lot of misunderstandings taking place. We will get to the truth, as there's been a lot of deception with Jupiter coming up to Neptune, right? Pisces, is this real, or am I dreaming, imagining something that cannot be grounded, something that I've hoped to manifest? Remember, we need boundaries. Pisces is no boundaries. We can get lost out in that imaginative, hopeful energy. We need to use the energy of Saturn. Have a look and see what is being blocked for you right now. Venus and Mars coming up to Saturn next week, they'll be exact. See what is blocked. See if you can overcome those limitations, if you could work through them. If not, then maybe you need to sort of ground yourself and try and take a, I don't know what to say, try and be grounded and try and figure out. Mercury and Jupiter will give us the truth, will give us some understanding, will give us the wisdom that we need to move forward. Okay, so what's the Karma Dharma? Strength card, which is Leo, and Leo is the sun, dear friends. This is a card of courage, strength, confidence, patience, and a lot of desire. Let's see what's going on. What is going on? Queen of Pentacles, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, a mother. We've got Virgo, Pisces, I would say here, which is got a lot to do with that full moon that was on the axis. Virgo, Pisces, for many of you. This is like trying to come into balance. Use the earth energy, so be grounded. Use your intuition, your higher self, your abilities to spiritually tune in. The Queen of Cups is very similar to the High Priestess, right, which fell through. She was sort of halfway, well, she was reversed, but starting to have that awareness. So trust in that. It's in relation to matters of heart, anything to do with creativity, having the ability to create something real. Page of Wands, as we know, the sun is, we're a couple of days before the spring equinox, my dear friends. Page of Wands I see as Aries. It's a risk, moving forward, taking a risk, sending out that message. Be ready to go on that adventure, right? Aries is powerful. The sun is going to ingress into Aries, where it is very strong. So we will have the ability and the help from spirit, from the divine. We'll have the courage. We'll be the warrior that will be able to move forward. Maybe if there's blocks with Mars, which rules Aries, we'll see blocks ahead of us. If we can not be forceful against those blockages, find an intelligent way either to go from the right side or the left side. Use other tacts, other ways, intelligent ways of overcoming those obstacles. We've got Scorpio, so death and rebirth. Aquarius also shows up for me here in this deck, in the Lightseers tarot deck. So there's a death and a rebirth as we take a risk. It's like taking a leap of faith, because this is the minor arcana of the Fool. Like taking a leap of faith into a brand new chapter. It's like, you know, the beginning of the astrological year, my dear friends. We're needing courage. We're needing that desire of Leo. Leo is generous, it's creativity, it's childlike, it's playful, right? So that we could, and we know the pages are also children, they're childlike energies, Okay, we need to be grounded, listen to our intuition, move forward pertaining to matters of heart. If something can be stable, I mean, Queen of Earth, she's the minor arcana of the Empress. So she knows what she wants. She's very valuable to many. She is also very stable. She's very loving, nurturing, but she's also grounded, very dependable, very motherly. We have the Four of Swords. So someone is going through a change, a major change here. Maybe there's been some sort of a breakup, an ending. But the possibilities are here that, remember, the sun ingressing into Aries will connect with Chiron. Chiron is that open wound. We've got the ability, we will have the ability, let's say, towards the end of March, to find a solution to this open wound, to something that's ended, something that we were disappointed with. It can relate to three people because we're coming from the Three of Swords, right? Someone needs to heal a situation. Someone's taking time out. It can be a physical, can be an emotional healing. And we've got the Nine of Pentacles. So here, this is the Virgo energy. Nine of Pentacles is abundance. It's feeling, someone is feeling that they are worthy of a new beginning. Remember, nines are endings. It's also the card of someone being quite independent, or I'm going to say that someone maybe that is now single, they've gone through their healing, or they're going through their healing, because we know the nine of Pentacles being Virgo. It's the ability to heal. Remember, we had that full moon in Virgo, so leaving something that we provided service, maybe we sacrificed a lot towards. Now, for some of us, it can be a sense of feeling abundant and that we've accomplished something too. We see that there's so much on offer here for this individual that's put in a lot of effort. Remember, the Queen of Pentacles holds the Ace of Pentacles, which then we've got the 9 here, so it's got something to do with family or stability or marriage, or maybe also someone's money. Let's see the 9 of Pentacles. There's that 10 of Pentacles, which I just mentioned. Someone is getting out maybe of a marriage. There's been deception, there's been secrecy, and maybe there's been someone stepped out, maybe of a relationship. Remember, I mentioned the High Priestess being a third person. The High Priestess could also be a spiritual connection that someone has connected to, someone spiritually, but it's more in a dreamy state. It's not so grounded. Here we are. This could come to pass if someone is being practical and taking practical steps towards that. And Page of Wands, which I see as someone who's ready to take that journey, right? It could also be someone that could be physically at a distance. And we've got the Queen of Wands. So we've got a lot of divine feminine energies. We've got 3 queens here. And the Queen of Wands is usually Leo, could be Sag, could be Aries. This could be the time of Aries, I suppose. With the Queen of Wands, she does hold luck. She's very magnetic. She's very powerful as well. She knows that she can manifest. She's the boss, right? But also with the Queen of Wands, she's got that desire. There's the Strength card. She's got the courage to move forward. She knows her worth. She can be good to go on her own. She knows that she's got that ability. Now, with 3 queens, that could also speak to gossip. So she's got the ability to create. And we've got the Magician here, my dear friends. The Magician, right? Mercury, the messenger of the gods. As I said, Mercury is connecting with Jupiter. And Mercury does bring messages. Jupiter is, it's justice, fairness. It's very spiritual. It's wisdom. So we will be learning a lot of things. We've got the student and the teacher. For some of you, you could be dealing with one of those roles in your life. So being the teacher to someone else, or being the student in a certain situation here. We'll see. The Magician is an ace, dear friend, so it's a possibility that there will be a new beginning. He's an ace, right? But also he's very powerful, and he's got the ability to manifest anything that he puts his logical mind towards. He's got all the tools in his bag to be able to make magic, and it is a very magical time if we focus on the ability to tune in to the magic that is there for the taking, which is that Piscean, magical, compassionate energy. But remember that the negative side to Pisces is that illusion. It's also a sense of feeling imprisoned in a certain situation because of a lack of truth, because of a lack of being grounded, being very airy-fairy, dreamy, and illusory, right? So not wanting, maybe not being able to see things clearly. Now, Pisces is also, it's a form of escapism. So escapism can be anything that we do to escape our reality that may be too hard and too challenging right now, with Venus and Mars coming up to Saturn. Now, I want to also mention that Juno is right there with Venus. Juno is commitments, right? So it's marriage. And Juno in mythology, the wife of Zeus, who Zeus, obviously Jupiter, was someone that was not loyal. Juno was very invested. She did the right thing. She stood very strong. She, just like the Empress, right? She had the throne. She was the queen of the gods. And she was very motherly, even though she wasn't a real mother. She never gave birth. She never had children with Zeus. But she... and the negative side of Juno was she was very sore at the lovers of Jupiter. So Venus coming up to Juno, right? Matters of love. Remember, Venus and Mars, they're the lovers of the zodiac. So we could be figuring out that there's a third person. We could be figuring out that we've been dealing with someone that was very deceptive. Scorpio and Leo, very sexual. So we've also got Aquarius. So Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, the fixed energies, right? Scorpio is the south node. We need to be shedding anything that was unhealthy, even though it's getting us out of our comfort zone. We're needing to clear out the trash, clear out the fear, and move forward towards that north node. What's beneath the Magician? We've got the World card, so something is closing up. Remember that 29th degree, my dear friends, of where the sun is right now in Pisces, that's the most critical degree of the whole horoscope. It's the last degree of the whole zodiac wheel, right? It's a very urgent, necessary for change. I need to deal with this karma. I need to end this karmic chapter. Or if I'm not dealing with it, I'm sweeping it under the carpet and coming back around again to revisit this karmic situation. Have we learnt the lesson? The World card here says that there's a sense of accomplishment, that we've got the ability to close up this cycle. And remember the infinity symbol, which is also here, right? Having visited something over and over again. This is karma, obviously. So there's been a decision. It could be a decision of choosing between two people, two situations, two choices. There's a dilemma to close the door or not. And someone's been in a hermit mode, out of touch, out of mind, out of communication. They've been in hiding. They've been looking for the light, looking for the answers. And what they've figured out is that they're closing up this major chapter in their life. There is the High Priestess, and wow, everyone. So we've got the two cards of Virgo and Pisces, dear friends. We've got the King of Swords, someone very cold, very aloof, very cutting, someone who may wear a uniform, someone that was not open emotionally, someone that was very calculative only. And that could also be someone who works for the law. Could be a doctor, could be just someone that's very intelligent. Aquarius could also be that Saturnian closed door, because Aquarius is ruled by Saturn and Uranus. Remember that if you're dealing with an Aquarius, very, very hard for them. Very hard indeed. Oh, okay. Why? Because Saturn is transiting through Aquarius, so they're needing to be very grounded. And Saturn has been squaring over to the North Node, to Uranus in Taurus. So someone who doesn't like change is being pushed for change. It's like a push and a shove. They don't know what to do. Okay, so it's someone that's not in an easy position, right? Someone is ready to put in the effort and open up and communicate. They're ready to do the work on something they've been holding on and wishing for, even though they were not open before. We go from the Eight of Pentacles to the Four, like going back, like revisiting a situation. I don't know if it's 4 years back, 4 months back. A lot of earth, and we've got spreading wings and ready to fly. Opening up and spreading your wings. That is beautiful. So someone is making a choice. The Two of Wands is the portal that opens. Someone's made their choice, ready to take flight, take that adventure, take the challenge, move forward. They are following what they desire. Just like the Queen of Wands. Let's take a couple more. We've got the Nine of Wands. Someone is resting and reconsidering, right? Just like that Four of Swords. There is the energy of the Empress. Again, there's an ending to a heaviness here. Someone's made their decision. It could be now that the wall is coming down. Someone's ready to love, nurture, feel more abundant, give that nurturing, that motherly love towards the other person, right? She's also a number 3, which speaks to expansion. 3s can also speak to other people involved as well. I don't know if this is a mother who has 3 daughters. For some of you, this could be in relation to family matters as well. Oh my God. Someone's making a choice and they're trusting in this very important direction that they're taking. There is the Lovers. So remember, the Lovers is Gemini. Gemini is a choice. Someone had a difficulty in making choices. This is curiosity about love. This is Gemini. Remember, it's a very communicative. Gemini is very curious also. And I don't know if there's a lot of pieces of the puzzle that are missing, I would say, more than likely. But someone's ready to love, nurture, and do the work here. And they're trusting in this divine union, in this divine connection, where matters of love is concerned, right? So they're making a choice, could be going through legal divorce as well, because we see someone being single here. Someone is coming through as having gone through a death and a transformation, difficult times. They've grown very spiritually through this journey. But remember that the Ten of Pentacles turns into the Ace. So the possibility for a new beginning is here. And there's a lot of joy, a lot of happiness. And we've got the Five of Swords. So someone did take part in a battle. This is a conflict, winning or losing. This is, yes, I'm going to take the challenge. I'm going to take the risk, says the Queen of Wands. Leo is risk-taking. Taking risk on romance. Taking risk on a connection that could be very deep, very sexual. And we've got the Eight of Swords. So someone is breaking those barriers of holding themselves back, feeling as though they were in a no-win situation. They felt blocked. Okay, let's see what else we've got. Let's take some Sibyllas. I wanted to look at what am I looking at? I want to wish you all a happy weekend while I'm at it. It's a Saturday today, dear friends, but this message will be for you when you, obviously, when you hear the reading. So let's look at this Queen of Pentacles. Someone who is very connected with other people. Friendships are very strong, but obviously she's been through a lot of heaviness. Alegria is merriment and happiness, but this is also support from friends. Let's see. Yeah, because where she's been dealing with karmic blockages, she's felt imprisoned, but she's at the end of that, right? Maybe Saturnian blockages trying to hold her imprisoned. But there's a sense of freedom and there's a sense of happiness here. Let's take one more. As the Tower brings sudden changes and positive revelations for her. She's got some news that's coming in left wing, unexpected, that is very promising, and it can relate to money, her prosperity as well. And she's obviously felt a time of restrictions pertaining to being successful in whatever she does for career. But there are sudden changes going on. Her limiting luck is over. Her limitations with luck is over. Let's look at that Queen of Cups. We've got Fortuna, the Wheel of Fortune, which brings very positive changes, fated changes. We've got the Ace of Pentacles, the dollar, denaro. And this is also a very prosperous marriage or union, if we could call it that. It's also to do with more than likely, it's got very positive changes pertaining to a soulmate, someone she's known forever, someone who she connected spiritually to, someone she's known for a long time. This is the soulmate card as well. There's an offer on the table here for something long term, something very connected to prosperity and a spiritual and I would say also it's like a karmic payback. So what her sacrifices are being returned to her, my dear friends. Now she's very secretive about the changes that are happening in her life. She's hoping for a new beginning. Maybe she needs to take a risk. She needs to take a leap of faith, maybe also go on a journey that could be very promising but very uphill, very difficult. She's still in the darkness, not knowing, but she's trusting her intuition in moving forward as well. There is an ending that she's facing here that's not easy, and the ending could be pertaining to the Capricorn energies, so those limiting Saturnian blockages. Maybe it's also about timing. Let's see with the Page of Wands. So there's been betrayal within a marriage as well. She's got support from someone that's very close to her. Could be a friend. Let me just restart. With the Amica, which is harmony, right? It speaks to justice. It speaks to also maybe legalities pertaining to a divorce. But she's coming into harmony after a steep climb that she's on right now, and she's taking a risk. She's going to win or she's going to lose. She's taking a gamble. And for many of you, this Queen of Cups could also hold Leo energies. So we've also got Libra, very strong Libran energy. So emotionally, remember the moon today is in Libra. Let's see. What's this, Amika? So there is divine help here. Like this is something that she's dreamed of. This is something that she's taking that leap of faith on. And we've got Viaggio. So she's either taking a voyage or she's expecting someone that is also could be younger than her. Could be a significant age difference. She's waiting on someone to come in. Could be that knight in shining armor, someone that she's imagined of, dreamed of. For some of you, it could be the possibility of a new beginning pertaining to love. Someone's made a choice. Some of you could be also now on a journey, maybe meeting someone that you've dreamed of, someone that you maybe also could feel very familiar to you from, maybe someone you've actually known from your younger years, or someone that you've imagined or dreamt of. Someone is taking action, traveling, covering a distance here. And it could also be someone that is from a different part of the world, or a different, they hold a different religion, different beliefs. Let's look at the death card. Sagittarius, I'm going to say, is very prominent here. We've also got Libra, we've got Pisces. Beautiful. So something promising, something unchanging, something will be there always, but there is also a death, the risk that's being taken to something that you felt was for you, something that made you very happy, something that brought you a lot of happiness, is coming in. As long as there's a death, you're letting go of something that was very karmic, that was holding you back. This could be the other person as well that you're dealing with. And to make space for that, here is the Emmanuel, the beneficial, very promising spiritual connection. There's an offer on the table here. There's an offer. Someone is offering you a ring, my dear friends. So some of you could also be leaving a marriage for another divine connection. I mean, some of you also that have invested a long time. You've invested in something for a very long time, which did not give you the happiness you were looking for. So you're closing the door on that. And when I say investments, I would say money is connected to this as well. Let's look at that Four of Swords. We've got melancholy. Yeah, we've got the sacerdote. So the Hierophant is here. So it's Taurus, Scorpio. So things are going to come up to the surface. You will find out about someone either being married or someone being very unhappy within a marriage, going through melancholy and depression. Someone feeling as though there were no possibilities for this relationship, this union to come together. Someone that was just not budging. Maybe they were dealing with a breakup, with a divorce. Maybe that is what they were not telling you about. Maybe you're dealing with someone that was just very stubborn. Someone that was, someone that did not like change. I mean, Taurian energy, right? Taurus, fixed earth, very grounded, very stable. Someone not making the changes unless they're very certain about the moving forward. It's Taurus, Scorpio energies here. And we've also got news coming in. This is very similar to the Ace of Pentacles. Something very good is coming in, some news that you had no idea about. This is information coming through pertaining to things going on behind a closed door. It's also got a very strong sexual connotation to the energies of this card. So maybe this is an affair that some of you were having with someone, maybe that you've come to realize they were married, or some of you already knew about this. Some of you may be finding that out, but also finding out that there's a transition that married person is going through, because maybe they've been enlightened, maybe they're ready now with the Magician to communicate. The time is right for that. Let's look at the Nine of Pentacles here. Nine of Pentacles, dear Spirit. We've got the falsita, so there's been falsehood within a marriage or a family business here. As I said, we did have the mother, the three daughters here. We had the King of Swords before, which could be legalities, deception also within a family business or a family or a marriage. We've got the Four, this is the Four of Pentacles, which is here. Some of you may be dealing now with someone that's ready to open up, someone that's been holding back on their truths pertaining to an agreement. This is the Two of Cups here with the house. The Kaza speaks to stability, a business, a home. This is something to do with permanency, someone's establishment, someone's traditions and customs. Someone was very private. They were trying to be safe, not ready to move forward. There were trust issues, and remember the Strength card also speaks to two people trusting in each other. Where there's no trust, there's no forward momentum. Okay, so some of you are maybe also not 100% trusting because there's been maybe some sort of deception from the past. And why I say deception, maybe there's been a betrayal. Excuse me. What comes after the Kaza? And we've got the dog, so there's loyalty, there's friendship. We've got, it's like the Nine of Cups here, so there's a wish fulfillment. We've got the dog and the cat here, my dear friends, which is the feminine and the masculine here, and what's between them is this agreement, is a soulmate connection. It's a union where it could also hold friendship and a loyalty, but there's been distrust pertaining to loyalty and devotion. Now, you may have also been dealing with someone that was just a very loyal person. They may have been dealing with or married or in partnership with someone that was very sneaky, very false, which they've maybe come to realize. And that's maybe they were very loyal to their home, to maybe a family that they built. But there's a lot of things that are coming up to our awareness pertaining to so much deception. And that could also be between, I'm going to say between brothers, sisters, so siblings. Because Neptune and Jupiter, they were brothers. They were brothers in mythology. So it looks like they're joining forces here. Maybe a third person or another, another situation has challenged their relationship as well. It could be a brother and a sister, or two brothers or two sisters. Let's see what's at the bottom. Oh my God, that's beautiful, dear friends. The Ace of Cups, and we've got the Round Table, which is a meeting which promises to be very beautiful conversations, lots of truth, a very happy meeting. this speaks to. It could be around family, could be around loved ones, people you call your family, or it just could be with this very important connection. We are leaving conflict. We're moving towards serenity. We've got a couple of aces here. Remember that as the sun will ingress into Aries, it will be very, very powerful. There's a major shift going on. So that is happening on the 20th or the 21st if you are in the southern hemisphere. So I'm going to say happy new astrological year, my dear friends. Happy birthday, dear Aries. Let's see what the fortune telling deck has got. Unexpected income, and that could be someone that is traveling in that is at a physical distance to you. This could also be a change of luck with the this is my Uranus card here, and Uranus is in Taurus, so it could be sudden changes pertaining to that Taurian energy or someone who is a Taurus. Or Taurus, remember, speaks to it is Venus ruled, so it rules our money, our financial standing. So a sudden, unexpected change, a twist of fate, which is bringing in a sense of abundance, security. Even though we're still not out of the woods, there will be justice. What we've dreamed of, we can manifest as long as we're ready to take the journey, or someone else that we're dealing with is going to take that journey. We're needing to end something. We've got Scorpio here. Let go of anything karmic that's been holding us back pertaining to an offer here. There is an offer. There's a commitment. There's something is opening up here. There's a partnership. If this is not love, then it's an offer for something new that you could possibly create that can bring a lot of happiness. Even though, as I said, we're not out of the woods and we've gone through a lot. There's melancholy. We're not believing in this new energy, which we are being pushed away from that south node of Scorpio. So we may be also letting go of dependency on money coming through from other sources, and we're becoming more powerful within our own selves, knowing that we can support those that we love, or that we can support our own selves financially through having the ability to know our worth, that we can bring in that sense of stability and work hard towards our dreams. There's good news coming through, that there will be a balance. We will find our balance. We've got the possibility of moving into a new chapter that can be more fun. There's a sense of camaraderie here as well. And meeting in the middle, meeting halfway. So we've got unexpected income, or someone is unexpectedly coming in. The promise is the Ace of Pentacles, so it can be a new home. It can be a new relationship that can work out long term. It could be more money pertaining to a job, something that we've created, something that we've imagined. We are moving towards, and we're doing the practical side of things now. We've got the ability to manifest, to create. Okay, as I said, we're not out of the woods yet. Bad health keeps showing up all the time. Okay, for me, this is more psychological than physical. Now, some of you may have been dealing with someone that's been dealing either with someone who's been ill. It could be there. Remember, we had the depression card, melancholy, someone going through a difficult cycle in their life, maybe needing to also pay money out. Could relate to an operation, maybe that someone's needing to pay for here, worrying that they don't have the funds. Someone, it's a 4, so the worry is around home. Someone psychologically is worrying about Maybe also a relationship from the past, that it's not going to make it, that someone is not going to come in, not going to follow what they promised. This is like not believing. I don't believe that I'll be able to deal with this. I don't believe that I have the strength, the power to make this happen. Remember, it could also be in relation to an emperor, I'm going to say, because it's a 4. So the emperor, of course, could be a father. But we've got, here is the tower moment, the 16 thoughts, the divine masculine thinking of the divine feminine, and what they're thinking they're creating, or something that they've imagined. They're going to have a tower moment. So a realization. There's that false person that keeps showing up all the time. Now, I'm going to say for some of you, it could be a Leo that was very deceptive. Here is the 8, the infinity symbol. Or someone that was wearing a mask or not believing in the other person. Where there's been deception, there will be that coffin. The ending is here. And it's going to take courage. Again, 19, which is the Leo energy again. Someone taking charge of their life. Someone ready to take that risk and move forward, even though there's been an ending. Now, for some of you with this bad health, someone's lost someone. This is real. This is not what we've imagined. Some of you don't know this. It will come to your awareness. And we've got toil and labor. So someone is still not out of the woods. They're still dealing with a death, an ending of a situation. What's at the bottom? Well, we've got courthouse. And this card always shows up, dear friends. There is the leggerezza, so the death and the resurrection. The heaviness is leaving. Someone's going through a transformation. This is the letting go of the heaviness. There's also a strong sexual connotation again with that card. So someone may be going through divorce, through legal matters pertaining to a death, an inheritance. There's change though, and the change could also relate to a home, splitting up of the assets pertaining to a death that's happened here. And we've got a 38, which is an 11, and a 23, which is a 5, but 11 on the hour clock. There's the courtship. So this relationship has not really taken form. It hasn't, how can I say, it's still at the flirtation, at that Leo flirting, getting to know each other energy. And this feels like a gift, but we've got the hands of a child here, which I don't know what this means for you. The main male. The main male who maybe is a father, this was a gift for them. But let's see, there's something on offer here. We've got the great fortune, so it's like the wheel of fate. A lot of fortunate energies coming through from Jupiter. And there is the child. And some of you may be dealing with a father who's got a child. There could be a child coming into your energy, into your lives. I don't know if someone's lost, if this could be a widower that some of you are dealing with. Could also be a lot of prosperity, dealing with someone that's quite rich. The child speaks to happiness. If this is not in relation to a child, then the child speaks to happiness and a brand new beginning. The courthouse. It's like the card of justice for me. Let's take the wisdom of the oracle, dear spirit. So what's going on? What's going on? What is the advice from spirit? What do we need to know? 19th of March, 19th, 20th, 21st of March, just before the astrological new year, the spring equinox and the autumn equinox for those of you in the southern hemisphere. And I'd like to just say hello to those of you in the land down under, my dear friends in Australia, where I grew up. And I'd also like to thank you for your donations, for especially yesterday, for a very generous donation. You know who you are. I'd like to thank you from the heart. Thank you so much. What's going on? What does a spirit want us to know? Fork in the road, and it's in the reverse, my dear friends. So let's read the reversed message. It's a number 13. Looks like someone's still going through that fork in the road. 13 is also Scorpio, right? So still going through that death. Protection message. Indecision is extremely frustrating and will lead to anxiety, loss, and confusion. At this juncture, you can't remain in place without losing your way altogether. Avoid the tendency to let others choose for you, which amounts to a subtle refusal to take responsibility. Don't give your power away, not even to this oracle. By not making a choice, you are making a choice for which you must be accountable. And Saturn is accountability, my dear friends. So it's up to us to make that choice to move forward. If that choice leads to undesirable circumstances, take heart. Spirit never tires of giving you second chances. You can always start again once you've learned this valuable lesson. Okay. Someone very indecisive, just like the love card here with the Gemini energy, obviously. I would like to take three Lenormand on the love card. And we see in this card that someone is not noticing the signs and the synchronicities. Someone is lost, feeling lost. Maybe they've just dealt with an ending, a very difficult ending, and they've lost their way. We've got the divine feminine here. So if you are a divine feminine, then this is you. Or if you are a divine masculine, then this is the person you are connected to. We've got the tree, so this is a very deep connection. It's a long-standing connection. It's very deeply rooted. It's a past connection, obviously, and it's very connected through spirituality. The tree is Saturn, right? It's something long-standing. It's something very karmic as well. And it's connected to a third person. The snake is always, just like that, high priestess, right? The snake is Scorpio. The snake is the enemy, the competition. Remember the win or lose here. Reaching out, 3 pentacles, and the magician, manifest. So someone may be not speaking about a love triangle. I mean, the 3 of pentacles, you could also work with this person. 8 of swords, feeling blocked. This is your mind playing tricks on you, telling you that you are bound. But someone also, we've got 13 swords here, needs to end end a situation. A third person for some of you could also be a mother. There's the share the love. Someone's been sharing the love. This has been a love affair. Someone's hoping for a reconciliation, and there's been gossip also here. We've got heal, so the star, someone hoping for a wish fulfillment and hoping for communication, right? The star is, of course, it's Aquarius, so communication through social media. The snake can also speak to, obviously, the forbidden fruit, a very strong sexual tendency, connection. The snake speaks to seduction as well. but there's also a strong craving. Okay, this is Moon in Cancer, dear friends. So it's something that's been planned. I mean, the Divine Feminine could also be someone that's very intelligent and just sort of, she's planted those seeds, right? Some of you could, if you're a Divine Feminine, you could hold Scorpio in your chart. You could have also a very intelligent mind. This speaks to wisdom, okay? But it can speak to deception. But we've got, there's the 17 again. We've got the Storks, which is a change. There's a new cycle, transitioning, moving homes. The Storks brings the child. There's new energies coming through. Okay, change is happening. This is Mercury in Gemini, which speaks to truths coming through. A lot of communication. What's the communication about? That this could also be an invitation for travel. This is Jupiter in Sagittarius. Someone is ready to take that voyage, ready to travel, to cover distance. There's a departure here. Someone is leaving a home, building a home elsewhere. This could also be, of course, a mother fending for her children, building a new nest, having ended something, a karmic, difficult relationship of the past also. And someone is taking flight. It's got a lot to do with flights. At the bottom, we've got good news coming through. An ace, the rider. We've got the knight in shining armor coming through here. Wow. There is the ring. There is the heart. And there is the key. And this can also relate to new beginnings. As I said, the sun is going to connect with Chiron. Where there's been blockages, where there's been no courage to move forward. Someone, obviously with Mars. Mars is, remember, the ruling planet of Aries. Mars is going to, is the soldier. Someone that's going to move forward, is not scared, is not frightened of the blockages and the limitations. They've been looking for a solution. This is unlocking someone's heart. This is also moving. As I said before, this could speak to a new home. Yep, someone that is in a position of power. Someone that is very nurturing. Someone's ready to take the action to start a new cycle. Then, and of course, someone is traveling. Again, aces all over the reading. Beautiful. Let's take a couple of love messages because I know how much you like these cards. So let's take a couple of messages. Handwritten love messages, since this is a very strong love reading, which it turned out to be. I have loved you from the moment I met you, but the problems in my life don't allow me to follow my heart. To follow my heart right now, it won't be fair on you either. Wealth is not important to me. Wealth for me is connecting to my other half on a spiritual and emotional level. Nothing else matters. So we've got strong earth energies. I'm lost. I don't know what to do. I will go with my gut. I've got no choice. So someone is going to take a risk here. You are the love of my life. Two of Cups, dear friends. And with that, I will leave you. I'd like to thank you all for liking, subscribing, connecting with me, donating, supporting through commenting, sharing these videos. It really helps the channel, and being on Patreon, my dear friends. I'm wishing you well. I really am. Love and light, and take a deep breath. We are at the most potent moment of an ending of a major cycle. Let's take a deep breath, believe in the divine plan. Take a deep breath and keep moving. And it's a time of new beginnings. It's a time of being the warrior. It's not a time of giving up and leaving the work to others. We have to do our own part. We have to share the weight. We have to share the work. That's what the Virgo full moon is all about. It's being of service. It's being grounded. It's believing that magic, through doing the work, through taking a step at a time towards that dream, and that it can possibly play out, that it can happen. All right, my dear friends. My best wishes to those that are in a very difficult position right now, and I'm talking about the people of Ukraine and those who are suffering in silence, those that cannot be heard, those that are having financial troubles, issues, that are having problems with not being able to pay their bills, not being able to put food on their table. Okay, I'm just sending out my best wishes and my support to better days ahead for all of us. A new chapter is beginning, my dear friends. Let's be open-minded. Let's be witty. Let's be strong mind, body, and soul coming together, being aligned, and knowing that these challenges will pass. I love you also. Look after yourselves. Love and light, dear friends.